Today we're going to share with you some of the details of this new residency by investment program that has been announced in the Philippines. It's called the FIV Investor Visa, and this is based around the Freeport Area of Bataan, which is a special administrative zone just outside of Metro Manila. It's actually across the Manila Bay from Manila, or it's about 110 kilometers south of Angeles City, or 160 kilometers driving around the bay over to Metro Manila. So it is a residency by investment program, but they actually give you permanent residency, and your permanent residency will be maintained as long as you maintain your investment. You can follow the process along further and get your citizenship and of course a passport for the Philippines. And they do allow dual citizenship in the Philippines, which is quite handy as well if you're looking at this option. The idea around this new residency investment program, because if you are aware of the Philippines, there already is a residency investment program in place. It's called the SIRV, the Special Investors Resident Visa. That one gives you a 1-year renewable residence permit in the country, but it does not get you permanent residency. It does not have a pathway towards citizenship. So this one is quite different in that respect, where you can take it a lot further, get a lot more for your money if you do want to take it to that point. They wanted to make it nice and easy with this visa program for people who do want to come out and set up their life in the Philippines. The visa is family friendly as well. You can bring your spouse, unmarried children, provided they're under the age of 21, and there is no additional investment required in order to bring your dependents with you. You will have full access to public services like schools, public education. You will be able to, even though this visa is tied to the free zone area, you aren't tied to live in that area. You can live anywhere in the Philippines, and you will have access to live, like I said, anywhere in the Philippines, but also work and study anywhere in the Philippines. My name's Aaron. I'm from offshore in Asia. If you're interested in moving out here, doing business, investing, lowering your tax, getting the right visas, any of that kind of stuff, head over to offshoreinasia.com. We can help you out there. Now onto the eligibility criteria. There is a fixed deposit required of $75,000 US. This isn't putting your money in any Philippine bank account. You actually have to deposit your account into a bank that will be tied to investing in the FAB free zone area. The money will be sitting in the bank. There will be no returns on it. There will be no interest earned on it. So that money is sitting there, and you have to leave it there as long as you want to keep your permanent residency active. If you take that money out, which of course you can do at any time, your permanent residency will be revoked. So in a way, it's not quite PR, but while that money is in there, you have all of the full rights, and on paper you will be regarded as PR, a permanent resident of the Philippines. Many will be happy to hear that there is no net worth requirement, not like a lot of other visas or some other visas. There is no income requirement like some other visas as well. And another feature that some people will like is that there is no minimum stay requirement. Some residence visas will require you to stay for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days in a particular country in order to keep that visa active. You don't have to worry about any of that with this visa. If you don't visit the Philippines for 2 years, it doesn't matter. You are still a permanent resident of the Philippines with all the rights that come along with that. This visa is open to all nationalities. It doesn't matter if your country is on an international sanctions list. If you've got the money and you have a clean record, they'll take you in. So I'll give you a bit of a rundown of the application process here. It's basically a 3-step process. So first you have to schedule a consultation with the administrators of this program, and then if everything goes well there, you will get pre-qualification. Following that, you then have to submit your formal application, including any supporting documentation such as your passport, a resume, CV. You have to present a clean criminal record. Then the third and final step is to attend a onboarding trip in the Philippines. This is a 5-day organized trip. You do have to pay a fee for this. There's also an application fee attached to this. All of the full details regarding this stuff is going to be up on our website on a blog article that we have just published regarding this FIV visa, and I'll put a link up the top of the description of this video as well, so you can find out more details there. So part of this 5-day organized trip, you're going to go around, you're going to meet everyone. You're going to, at the end of it, you're going to partake in an oath-taking ceremony, and then once that ceremony is completed, you'll be granted your permanent residency in the Philippines. So you basically get PR status immediately. If you want to take things further and follow the process through to becoming a citizen, that is a different process. It's separate from the visa program. You do have to follow the the naturalization process that is already in existence in the Philippines. But the citizenship is available too if you want to go down that path. It's going to be a pretty quick process as well. They're looking to keep the application time down to about 1 week. That is very good when you look at some of the waiting times that are happening in other residency programs in the region. All right, so who is this visa good for? Well, this is a very good back pocket plan B option, whatever you want to call it. There is no minimum stay. It's relatively, has a low hurdle in terms of financial requirements. So you can pay your $75,000, your application fee, and then you've got this visa. It doesn't matter if you don't come here for a while, it's always there if and when you want to put it in place and make that move out to the Philippines and have your rights here as a permanent citizen. Permanent residency is not that easy to obtain in Southeast Asia. We've seen this in Malaysia when they've had to make changes to their MM2H program and they had to remove the option of getting PR status in order to get the MM2H visa approved by Parliament. A lot of countries just do not like giving it out. So this visa is quite interesting in that the Philippines will grant you PR status pretty much immediately as soon as you complete that oath-taking ceremony. And then having that option to obtain citizenship, that makes this program even more unique. If you do opt to take this further and become a citizen down the track, that is going to open up some very interesting opportunities for you. At the moment, you cannot own land in the Philippines as a foreigner. You can buy a condo, you can buy land in your wife's name if you were married to a Filipina, but a foreigner cannot buy land in their own personal name. So if you become a citizen, that puts you on an even playing field with all the other Filipino citizens. That means you can buy land, you can do subdivisions, you can develop properties, you can buy yourself a farm, you can do any of these kinds of things, but this is a pretty big opportunity to an opportunity that just is not available to most other foreigners. With the program being administered by the FIV free zone in the Philippines, you are also going to have the option, if you want, it's an optional extra, to open up a company, a free zone company, and there will be tax benefits attached to that as well. The tax treatment can be quite accommodating when it comes to foreign sourced income, so there's some really good tax planning opportunities there if you have different investments around the world in different jurisdictions. So we'll wrap it up there, guys. Like I said before, we're putting a lot more detail about this visa up on our website. Drop us an email, do a consult call if you want to have a broader strategic discussion about your options out in Asia, tax planning and that kind of thing. Let us know in the comments what you think of this visa. It is a pretty big move. It's an exciting move. We're very happy to see it. I think a lot of people are going to like it. It's still early days. We don't know how it's going to go, but you know, it looks like a pretty good visa at this point. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you later.